Fox 6 News. This is 6 on your side.
Meteorologist Wes White here tracking severe thunderstorms that have broken through much of our area now, Wes.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to see these storms continue to press southward for this evening, and more of this wet weather could come back late tonight and also for tomorrow. My main concern, a localized flood threat where we get these storms that kind of line up and track across the same area. As we take a look at the live view right now down to 77 in Birmingham, so those storms have really cooled things off nicely. The one location where we're still getting quite a bit of lightning is far southwest. This is where we had some of those heat index levels over 105, but pushing through Aliceville in Utah and pressing south north of that point. Again, we're going to see things kind of quiet down here through supper time, but be watching out by early tomorrow morning for some of those storms to move in. A look at the next 60 minutes, and no rain around Birmingham. Looks like all the showers pushing south of Anniston and south of Talladega. So I'll be back. We're going to show you more on the 7-day forecast and also talk about the rain chances that will continue through our weekend.
All right, Wes, some breaking news in East Alabama from those storms. Some damage here on Tabor Road. This is in the Lookout Mountain area right near Nakalula Falls Campground, where the mayor is asking folks to stay away from the area right now. The good news is, despite all that damage, nobody seriously hurt. Breaking in the last hour, former President Trump pleading not guilty to trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Those federal charges accuse him of orchestrating an attempt to block the transfer of power. Trump went before a judge in a federal courthouse today, and after the appearance talked before getting back on his plane to New Jersey.
When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot.
Mr. Trump will be in Montgomery tomorrow, the keynote speaker Friday night for the state GOP's summer dinner. That's at the Renaissance in downtown Montgomery, where they expect more than 2,000 folks to attend. Our Taylor Pollack will be there for full coverage. Breaking right now, some new information about a horrifying situation our newsroom just can't stop talking about. The FBI now says this man, Agassi Zubiri, lived in Tuscaloosa area different times between April of 2014 and April of 2020. They say the 29-year-old posed as a police officer in Seattle, told the victim she was under arrest before kidnapping her and driving her to Oregon and holding her in a cell. Folks who lived near the house say they had no idea what was going on inside. The woman in Oregon escaped from this cinder block cell. Now the FBI is looking for more possible victims in multiple states, including West Alabama.
We didn't know if it was FBI or state police or what, but they were here pretty much all day. And it just, obviously something was going on. And it was, we speculated along with everybody else we talked to, but didn't really know anything.
Federal investigators say Zubiri has lived in at least 10 states since 2016 and is linked to multiple violent assaults. We're learning more now about that Major League Baseball game coming to Birmingham's historic Rickwood Field and right here on Fox 6 next June. The MLB and city leaders together today to share the official name of the event, which will be the MLB at Rickwood Field. It'll be a tribute to the Negro League and the rich history of the past several decades at this ballpark. There'll be a lot of big names there, a number of changes to Rickwood ahead of the game, but all meant to preserve its unique history.
It has been stated, but it is worth repeating, that Rickwood Field is hallowed ground, where sports became more than entertainment. It was a source of empowerment. And that's what this game represents next year. Progress, power, and my favorite, pride.
We expect to get some renderings of what that ballpark will look like when they actually take the field at Rickwood next year sometime soon. Well, the chair of the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission, Dr. Steve Stokes, reluctantly resigning today after a lawsuit last week challenging whether he is legally able to hold that position because he's also on the board of trustees at the University of South Alabama. Now, just last Friday, he told me he would not resign, but in a statement today said he ultimately changed his mind because he's worried staying on would delay the process of making medical marijuana available to patients in our state. In St. Clair County, a man is in jail tonight accused of killing another man in Pell City this morning. Police say John Tavius Keith shot and killed Toscone Woods at a home on Miracle Street close to Highway 231. Another woman in critical condition right now. Investigators say he turned himself in about 6 a.m. We're on your side with when you can expect those state tax rebate checks and what you need to know before you get them. Single taxpayers will be $150, married couples $300. You should expect to see as early as the end of November in the bank account listed on your 2021 return. If that account isn't there anymore, you'll get a paper check instead. All right, back to the radar and a very busy afternoon there for Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt.
Yeah, we got those storms, Jonathan, moving through the area. There will be more tomorrow and also over the weekend. The data is showing us in the morning out the door some storms, Gadsden, Aniana, Pell City. So certainly check in with us early in the day. The storms, would kind of impacting the same areas to the east. I'm concerned we could end up with some flooding problems in some spots. There are some flood watches that we have in effect for North Alabama. By 10 a.m., you can see the data showing that more storms could drop south later on in the day, especially where we heat up, where we get close to 90 degrees areas to the south and west, more gusty winds, some lightning, and then that's going to cool things off, and we'll probably catch a break for tomorrow evening. So we're going to be just timing out these waves of storms, not an all-day washout. There will be times when we are able to get out there and enjoy some walks and get out of the house, but Saturday and Sunday, scattered storms in the afternoon. I know a lot of back-to-school shopping happening over the weekend, Monday through next Wednesday. Also need to keep an eye out for afternoon thunderstorms, but certainly an active day on radar. We're tracking the wet weather, and coming up tonight, we'll have new data, so we will have a much better idea on where to expect those storms tomorrow, timing-wise. That's coming up tonight after sports.
All right, Wesley, thank you for joining us on 6 on Your Side. We're back tonight on TV, first at 9, as soon as that Yankees-Astros game wraps up. Have a good night.